Twisted Christian, I want to bring up a very important topic to you because this all relates to the in-between. You know, from where we're at now or where we've been to the time of the global currency reset or when the dinar revalues. And I want to bring up about this coin shortage. A supporter, a friend of mine, brought this to my attention, and how now people, they're not getting, you either have to have the exact change, or you basically, give up your money to an organization, or you can have put it on a special card, and then you can use it later. But who's going to really do that? I mean, especially if you go to different gas stations to get gas, or different grocery stores, different places where you go out to eat, whatever. But the interesting thing is that these are businesses all over the United States. This is happening, right? You can look up coin shortage. You're going to find all kind of articles dealing with the coin shortage. But the thing about it is, if you go to a lot of different gas stations, you're not going to be collecting cards as you go. That doesn't make any sense. So to me, what's going on right now is that people are, technically, you're paying more for what you're getting when you're not getting your change back. And then so now you're probably going to see things priced at the exact amount, like $1, $2, $3, maybe $3 including tax. Right? So this is right now I'm beginning to see, and from the way that I understand it, that this is inflation, right? Basically it is, because you're paying more for something for the simple fact that you can't get any change back. So the only way that you're going to be able to spend money and to keep all of your money is to use a debit or credit card. So a lot of people don't talk about the in-between. And the in-between and all the things that are going to happen to get to that point. And I've said, folks, three months away from the election, and anything and everything can happen in between that time period. So, but I also too wanted to bring your attention. There's this article from CNBC, gasoline, food boost U.S. consumer inflation in June. U.S. consumer prices increased by the most in nearly 8 years in June as businesses reopened, but the underlying trends suggest that inflation would remain muted and allow the Federal Reserve to keep injecting money into the ailing economy. The Labor Department said on Tuesday its consumer price index increased 0.6% last month, the biggest gain since August 2012, after easing 0.1% in May. The increase, which ended 3 straight months of declines, was driven by rise in the prices of gasoline and food. All right, so there you go. There's 2 hints to 2 different areas where the prices are going up, right? Even though we had a gas crash in the oil markets, right? There's plenty of fuel. But one thing I'm probably more concerned about is food. And I'm going to say this because there are some things that are coming. And I've been recording back-to-back videos, and we'll be doing them one at a time. So you guys need to listen to each one of these videos that I'm putting out. And I'll say this. There's nothing wrong with having gold or silver. And everybody should always have a little bit. And I've always said to the investment, though, if you're looking for an investment that's going to bring you wealth, what Kim Clement talked about, the 8 wells, and one of those wells is the dinar. Because I think during this time period, you're going to see the prices go up. Meat is already going up. Eggs is going up. We used to see cheap eggs, 99-cent gallon milk. I'm not seeing those anymore. Bread is more expensive. So I don't know how long this in-between is, between the global currency reset, but a lot of people are delusioned to think that we're going to be going from where we're at now, and then we can wake up anytime this week, and then it's going to happen. There are some things that are set forth, especially about what Kim Clement said, that have not happened yet. When things seem at their worst, and we're not there. So no matter what the central bank does, no matter what the government says about any kind of change in value or any more, joining any more banking industries or, whatever the Central Bank of Iraq does, it's not going to make a difference until this happens, until these specific events happen. when things seem at their worst. But the first thing that always goes up, and that what people are going to go after, right? And that's food. And so I just want to encourage you to make sure that that each one of you has at least, that you can have enough food in your house for 30 days, full meals, 3 times a day, for a month. That way, if this thing that's going to happen, that all this turmoil that we're getting ready to face before the global currency reset. I mean, things are really on edge in this country. All it takes is another George moment, okay, or another George incident, right? I've discussed about Mr. E and some of the things that could happen that could cause people to start flipping out for what's going on with Mr. E. When you study the whole thing and everything that's going on with the trafficking, and they targeted the inner cities. That runs very deep. And so yes, we will see, and it looks like already, that the value of the dollar is already going down. I mean, we know that this is going to happen. How far it's going to be and how long it lasts, I'm not completely for sure. But I believe it's only going to be for a short time, where that short time is in between 2 weeks to 4 weeks, 2 weeks to a month. I mean, imagine, folks, if something was to happen and you had another George incident, and this time the people that go out and do what they were doing last time is 2 to 3 times bigger than that. So, and I also do advise that making sure you have protection however you do that. Some people don't want certain things in their household. We'll make sure that whatever you do, you're able to defend yourself and your home. That's why it's not going to be good living in big cities around this time. I would not want to be like Miami or New York or Chicago. I would not want to be there. There's a lot of things that are going on there's a lot of things that are going on all around the country, and people are being hurt every single day. Innocent people. So we have artificial inflation, where they're basically these gas stations and grocery stores and all these other places. They're forcing customers who pay with cash to basically pay more for what they're purchasing, right? Regardless of where the money goes to. And then you have inflation caused by what's going on in the current world events, as far as the virus and just all the other things that are going on. So I just wanted you guys to be aware. And, like I said, we're 3 months away from the elections, and a lot of bad things can happen. We haven't even seen, even if you have other incidents, we're also looking at what's happening with Mr. E. And there's going to be a lot, when all that stuff starts coming out, and maybe that's why some of that stuff won't come out until after the elections. Because of everything that we're going through right now, to add that on top of our current economic climate and social climate, it might be better. But if they do that, if they do release that information and the videos and the pictures and everything else, it's going to cause a lot of havoc. And not just here in the United States, because that whole thing was a World Wide Web that just was so ingrained into the earth. So I just want to make you guys aware, make sure you are prepared. If for some areas, you might come upon a time, and I got a video coming out, and I just want you to hear what this pastor has to say, but we all need to be prepared. And if people are coming to your house, and no matter amount of gold you offer, if they want something out of your house, they're going to get it. You can offer people food. If you got plenty of food, they may walk away. But all I'm saying is just be careful, guys. If you come to a point where you see that things are not going very well, you might have a brother or an uncle or an aunt, or somewhere where you can stay, where it's a lot safer, where there's protection. It actually might come down to that. But a lot of people won't be able to escape some of the turmoil that's getting ready to come before the elections. So anyways, guys, I'm not trying to scare you. I just want you to be prepared. Be prepared for this time period. Just make sure you have at least a good amount, a good 30 days worth of food in your refrigerator. You have a deep freezer. If you happen to lose power, and it's what a lot of things that a lot of people don't understand, that you need to make sure you have foods that that you can cook easily, or just add water, because if for some reason in your area where you live and you have no power, and you don't have a generator to keep your refrigerator going and to keep everything cold and cool, then you're going to end up losing all your food. And then you'll be taking the gold that you have and spending a lot and using that to buy food. I just want you guys to be prepared, because the in-between is going to get really ugly. So just keep watching these videos as I pump them out, and then you'll be able to see more of what I'm talking about. All right, folks, thank you for listening. With that being said, Twisted Christian out.